This is Matt Miller with the ZDNet, and today I'm going to take you on a walk around the HTC Flyer. This is the new 7-inch tablet, Android tablet from HTC that just became available this weekend. So I received a review in it, just so you know the story before we start. I received an evaluation unit on Friday. Today is Sunday, and after just a couple hours of playing with it, I decided that the Flyer was probably the 7-inch tablet I was looking for. So I went to Best Buy on Saturday morning. As soon as they opened at 10, I was the first guy to buy the Flyer because Best Buy was given permission to sell them starting Friday, I believe. So a couple days earlier than what was planned. And I bought the first one. Then they had one more in stock at the local Best Buy, and somebody called up and had it held, so they sold out. However, it was only 2 of them, so not a big deal. So let's, I'm going to take a look at the hardware, and then we're going to take a look at the software, because the software is really what differentiates this and caused me to purchase this for myself. Now, just looking at the hardware, here's the 7-inch tablet, and then I have also the BlackBerry Playbook, mainly because I'm writing a book on it. So what we do, if we slide these on top of each other, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try to show it. There is a slight width difference. I don't know. I have to measure it, but it's probably about 1/4 inch. But it's really, it kind of makes the big, it might be 1/4 inch, but it makes a huge difference in holding it in your hand and in fitting it in a pocket. This is more of the Samsung Galaxy Tab size, whereas the Playbook is just a bit too wide to really fit into your pocket. Now, looking at widths here, the Flyer has a curved all aluminum back. The Playbook is a soft touch material, and it feels a bit thinner in your hand. However, this width really, when you're grabbing a hand, I got medium-sized hands, when you're grabbing it, really adds it, makes it feel like it's even a bigger device when it's not, actually. So that's kind of a quick look at the comparison in size of the two. Let's just take a look around the hardware. So we have the front of the Flyer, which is the same 7-inch 1024 by 600 pixel resolution display as we've seen on other 7-inch tablets. Has a front-facing camera and some sensors and things, you know, up front. And then the display, and if we turn it on, I'll explain that in a minute, but turn it on and take a look at it. There's the display. What's kind of cool about the display, there's no buttons on this device either, similar to the Playbook. And what you'll see at the bottom here is we have home, menu, back, and then we have a little Stylus pen button that I'll show you later. But then if I rotate it, and as you can see, this is interesting on Android, even the home screen rotates, these buttons will light up on this side. So now we have home, menu, back, and then the pen over there. So we can rotate back and forth, and you can see that that changes. So that's the front of the device, and then if you look around it, it's kind of beveled around into the glass. And then up top, we have a 3.5mm headset jack and the power button. Nothing on the left side. On the right side, we have volume up and down button, and looks to be a microphone there, and maybe a microphone here. Maybe have 2 mics. I'll have to look into that. And then, I think those are mics. Sorry. And on the bottom, we have a micro USB port, which looks a little bit different. And in the box, all you're going to get in the box in the US from Best Buy is the charger, which is a white charger here, which has a funny looking end, and I have it in pictures that might show it clear, but as you can see, it looks a little strange the way the end is fit. However, it is a micro USB, so if you have any micro USB cable, you can plug that into this and still charge it, and plug it into your computer via USB and charge that way as well. And that's also how you do get a USB cable that looks similar to that comes in the box. It's white for connecting to a computer. There's no stylus in the box or anything else, just the adapter and the cable. Okay, so that's the bottom. And then if you look on the back, what you can see here is there's a white piece here. This is non-removable. Don't try to remove this. This does not come off. It has a bit of a hump on it, but I think that's probably for holding it and grabbing onto it in landscape mode. I'm not quite sure. Has HTC branding. This is an all aluminum single piece here on the back. There's the stereo speakers are actually on the back, and then up top we have another white piece with the camera. That's a 5-megapixel camera there. Now what this one will do, if you push down in the middle, is the best way to do it. It'll slide up, and pop off. And then in here you have a micro SD slot right here. You can see there's the camera, and then there actually is a piece over the camera lens to protect it. And European ones will also have a SIM card slot. However, we do not have that here in the US. It's just to get in there to replace your micro SD card, which none does come in the box, so I'll have to go pick up another probably 32 gig one for myself. Okay, so that's a look at the hardware, and now another piece of hardware. This is the accessory that comes with it. This is the not comes with it. In Europe it comes with it, but in Europe it's also $730 US, so this one is $499, so it's more expensive anyway, so it doesn't make sense that people are crying about no pen. Well, if it did come with a pen, they would jack up the price, and then it would come with a pen. So you can go get the pen for $80. Expanses actually has it for $60, but it's not available in stock for a couple months. So this is the pen box, and the pen comes with the pen and a 4A battery. And then the pen has a couple of functions on here that I'll show you in just a second, because that's kind of internals of the hardware. It comes with 1 gig of RAM and 16 gigs internal memory on the US model. Now what you'll see here in the storage is, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll tell you, it says total space 8.69 gigs for tablet storage, and available space on internal storage is 3.61. Now I do have things loaded, so they split the 16 gigs between internal and tablet storage, and then of course you have an SD card. So there's plenty of memory in the device, and some of it is, you know, considered internal, and some is considered tablet. You can actually erase the tablet storage, clears off, you know, some of the data. The internal storage is primarily for applications and other data like that. It is very fast. It has a 1.5 gigahertz processor in it. It's not a dual core, it's a single core, but you can see, and as you play with it, it is actually very fast. I don't think the processor is an issue at all in the device, and maybe that lends itself to better battery life. It looks about 66% on the battery. I've been running it all day long, quite a bit, and not a problem at all. So here's the pen, and I was mentioning the pen in the internal packaging, or the retail packaging. There's 2 buttons on the pen. One button is for the top button you press and you can erase, and the bottom button to highlight. Now let me just show you some of the pen stuff. So there's some applications, and I'm going to direct you to a video done by CarryPad, Steve Chippy at CarryPad, because he's got an excellent video of the applications and how they all function. So I won't go into all of that. You know, there's the reader, there's the notes, there's pictures and things like that, and I'll direct you to his video because it's a fantastic example, about 25 minutes long. So let's say I started the notes and I wanted to create a new note. Now the one thing about the pen experience is that you have to kind of interact with pen and finger at the same time, because some things, even internet, strangely enough, the title up here, you can't like pen a title, so you have to tap on it and then actually enter a title like test. Okay, and then when you come down here, then you can activate your pen. Now the pen down here, there's a bunch of different options. So you tap on the pen, right? You pick a tip. There's a pencil tip, pencil, paintbrush, like a fountain pen, another highlighter, small highlighter type of pen, another big highlighter pen, and then just kind of a pen that you have. Once you select your actual tip that you want, you tap on the tip here, and then you have options for colors. And as you tap it, you can kind of see it does an animation like you're dipping the pen into ink, and it kind of reflects. You can choose from, again, from in here, you can choose different tips, including an eraser head, and then you can also choose from 5 different widths of the pen. And you always can go back, and then you can see there's a back, there's show and hide, there's trash can, and there's forward. So there's back and forward as you're doing things with it. So let's go to a pen. So after I pick a pen, and then I'm going to go pick a color, I'll pick blue, thickness, go to mid, and then you can see as you can see, it writes as fluidly as I write. You know, a bunch of different tips. Go back, erase some of the things. You can do a lot with a pen just in the notes. And the nice thing is this is all an Evernote synchronized. So all these notes are synced in Evernote. You can do a search on them, things like that. You can add, take an image, you can add an attachment, which is a picture, audio, video, document, or file. You can hit the record button up top and actually record. And using technology that they have, you can use the record button, and then as you write notes and record audio, it'll match and sync the notes with the audio, which is a real cool function. It also has the ability to access your calendar, and then say you tap on an appointment, it'll bring the appointment into the note. So we do new. There it is. Looks like you're in a meeting, and you can add a calendar note. So it'll bring in the note, attach it. I can write a note, and it'll attach to that appointment. So that's pretty cool. I find the pen to be functional and useful, especially like I put on my post for things like Bible study and stuff like that, where I want to highlight and annotate within a book or Bible or something like that, or taking notes, like I said, like it shows in a calendar meeting and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and direct you to Chippy's video because it's quite extensive and it covers that even more detail. One last thing I will show you. Okay, say you're in let's go to a picture. Let's go to the gallery. I'll run through the apps here in a second. So we go to the gallery. I find a picture. Okay, so here's a picture. Now say I'm in an app like this that doesn't necessarily have ink stuff. If I tap on it, oh, ha. So let's say I want to go to something like, I'll go to the web browser, okay? And I want to go, let's see if I got some bookmarks up here. See if I go to Mobile Gadgeteer. I don't know if I have it saved in this browser because I use different browsers. Let's go to the HTC website. So let's go to the HTC website and say I find something on here that I want to share with somebody, right? Now the web browser is not ink enabled. However, if I tap on it with the pen, it saves it as a screenshot, and then I can mark it up. If I tap on my pen tools, I can switch to a highlighter, switch my highlighter color, green, look at this, and then at the menu you can save, share via, print, or discard. And share via is, of course, like all the other things that you have with Android. You can put it on Facebook, Flickr, send it via email, put it on Twitter, Picasa, things like that. So that's kind of a really cool way that, even though apps may not be like even on the home screen, even though they may not be pen enabled, if you tap on it, it saves a screenshot, lets you annotate. So what I was doing earlier is in like something like Olive Tree or YouVersion Bible, you could go in the Bible, take a screenshot, mark it up, things like that, and save it into your notes. So let's take a look at, so what you can do on the bottom here is you'll see on the bottom there's Notes, Reader, and Gmail. These are the ones that I have changed. These are all customizable, so you can tap and hold on it. You can drag that then into the trash and replace it with some other application. I believe at launch it comes with a camera or something there by default, which I really didn't find a need for that much, so I replaced it. And then over here, you can do all the customization and personalization that's in HTC Sense, including the lock screen. So let me go back to shut it off. If I turn it on, you can see the lock screen. I have YouVersion Bible, I have Notes, Internet, and TweetDeck. Now these were customized by me, and you can customize them to whatever you want. And then you can also turn on the weather. So I have the weather on the lock screen as well. Now a normal unlock, if you just wanted to jump into the browser or the launcher, is just slide up. Now if you find one of these apps that you want to go into, you would simply grab the app, drag it to the circle, let go of it, and there you go, it jumps right into the app. Now this is HTC Sense 2.1 for tablet. What you just saw with the lock screen is very similar to what we see in Sense 3.0, which will be launching on things like the Sensation 4G that's upcoming and some other HTC devices. So Sense 3.0 or tablet Sense 2.1 is pretty slick. You also see, we have the notifications area, a little bit different here. We've got the most recent, we've got our notifications, and then we can tap on here for quick settings, and then you can jump between, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, access to the rest of the settings, things like that. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, let's jump into the apps, just show you. I've loaded up some of my own as well. Let's see, car panel, clock, dock mode is cool. So we go into dock mode, and I don't know if there's a dock for this device yet or not, but the dock mode, what it does is it brings in, the weather right there, the time, the temperature, more weather stuff. There's a Twitter feed coming in at the bottom. We can tap on the brightness to control the brightness there. We have calendar, connected media, and photo frame. Connected media, if I tap on that, this is how you can send it to a player via DLNA. They also have the HTC device I'm going to take a look at soon that can turn any TV into a DLNA TV. And if we go into photo frame, it bounces into a photo frame. Now this you can turn on, and it is on. If I pause it, you can go in here to settings, and as you can see in the photo frame, you can repeat, you can shuffle, you can add music, and then you can go and select specific music to have on your slideshow. You can do an orientation for best fit. You got different transitions. I have it on random right now. There's slide, fade, things like that. What folder you want to create the photo frame. So the photo frame can be a pretty neat little thing for the tablet when it's sitting by, or you want to show it to people as well. So that's the dock mode, and there's the dock mode in landscape view. Go ahead and exit out. Jump back here into the apps, just kind of running through some of them here. Connected media I talked about. Let's see. HTC Hub, which is connected to the HTC Sense. There's a kid mode in there. We have the market. Google Music is you get an invite with Google Music because this is a tablet. I'm all set up with that now. We have the news and weather, the notes that I showed before. Nook I have loaded on here because Nook has the new Android functionality with periodicals, which is really cool. There's a PDF viewer included by HTC. There's also this Polaris Office, which is just a viewer. There's no, found no way to actually create, so I loaded up documents to go on there. There's the press reader, the reader, SoundHound comes loaded on the device, and then Snap Booth. And so here I am recording, and you can do weird things with your face. This is similar to what the iPad has, the new iPad 2, and what my family played with forever once they had it. So you can see there's the funny things you can do with the camera. And then we go back. Let's see. Stocks, Tax Manager, Transfer, which you can transfer contacts and calendar events via Bluetooth. Teeter, of course, is on there, and then voice recorder, YouTube, and then we have HTC Watch, which is their new video service, right? So let's see. Oops. So here's HTC Watch. I'll go into the library. So here's the view. There's the downloaded videos, the movies and TV shows I have. Currently downloading nothing. We go to the storefront. They didn't have very many videos. As you can see, there's 15 movies, 15 TV shows, and that's about it. It's really thin, slim pickings right now. And as you can see, rentals. I don't know if let's go here. Rentals are $2.99, which is pretty good price actually. And I prefer rentals on my devices because I don't watch movies again and again that often anyway. So to be able to rent it for $3 is still a whole lot cheaper than a hotel room. So I load up my devices with 2 or 3 movies before I travel, so I have no problem paying $3-4 for a movie. It's still a whole lot less expensive than it is in the hotel room. So let me just go in here and I'll just start this. This was the cheapest episode. Whoops. And I haven't watched it yet. Let's just see what it looks like. Well, they start off some pretty good music here.
So this is Ruby, huh? She's a demon, Sam.
My name is Lewis. He doesn't like you very much.
How long do they give you? 1 year.
So that's the video. Let me just go into, I actually did load a couple of videos, I think, that will appear in the gallery. So we go to the gallery, Oh yeah, so some of these applications, I'll show a couple of these. I forgot about the landscape looking better. Videos. So I believe I have Star Wars in here. I loaded up one of the episodes of Star Wars that I had on my DVDs.
I'm being excluded from the council.
So movies are a nice experience on this device. Whoops, keep on hitting the power button because I'm at a weird angle here as I record. Has SRS audio. I'll turn it up all the way just so you can
your future. They know your power will be too strong to control.
More than adequate volume.
You must break through the fog of...
So let me show you a couple things in landscape. I forgot to show you that because landscape is actually kind of cool on a device. Even though this device really is almost optimized for portrait, especially for ebook reading and things where it fits in your hands well, which is what I like because I like using portrait quite a bit. But landscape is actually pretty cool because as you can see on the Sense interface here, it's kind of a, you can see there's the back. It's kind of a 3D effect. You can see the back panels. And we do have 8 with this new Sense. And as you can see as I come around, it's actually layered. Look over to the left or the right. It's layered, so it is a 3D kind of effect going on here. And there's the bookshelf, agenda, people, and as you can see how the different layers come into play as I rotate this, and you can see the back ones. So that's pretty cool. There's some apps that also look great in landscape. Let me see. The gallery, like I just showed you, has your gallery browser over on the left. Get out of the movie. So over here on the left, and then it shows a preview over here on the right, which is pretty slick. So gallery I know does that. Calendar is different, which is pretty slick. So here's calendar and the day that we have, and then the appointments and things like that on the right. And then over here there's actually the weather on the bottom. It tells you what's going on. There's different views, month, agenda, today. So calendar supports that. I can't remember. Let me see what else supports the landscape view, which is pretty slick. I don't want to show you contacts because it might show up somebody else's contact. What's YouTube look like? Let's see if this is just a fairly standard one. One thing you'll find is a lot of these apps, you know, they're not honeycomb. So a lot of the apps are Android typical apps. Some of them don't quite fit very well. I'll show Facebook here in a second. This is a frequent one, and then you have downloaded here in the application launcher. So there's a filter on the application launcher. I believe that's part of Sense as well. So if I tap on Facebook, and the normal Facebook page looks just fine, but if you go back to like this part of it, and you can see it's not optimized at all for the screen. It's got all the 9 icons are grouped up in the top there. So I actually bought the device for a couple of reasons. The inking was a big thing for me, and to be able to use it for Bible study and stuff. I'd like a 7-inch form factor for ebook reading, and I like that this one supports Kindle, Nook. The Kobo reader is powering the e-reader that it has. It fits well in my hand. It's very high quality. $4.99 wasn't bad for the device in my opinion. It's Wi-Fi only, of course. It's not the. I didn't want another wireless service to have to pay for. Let's see what else about it. You know, it's a nice tablet. It's not honeycomb, which doesn't bother me because I did not like honeycomb when I used it. I think that an optimized experience such as Sense, or even on the Samsung Galaxy Tab, running Gingerbread, which this one does, or even Froyo, is a better experience than honeycomb at this current time. And maybe honeycomb will get better. I mean, HTC said that honeycomb will be coming to this device eventually, and I'm not in any rush because I'm quite pleased with it as it is. So that's a look at the HTC Flyer, a device I personally bought myself, and so far I'm quite happy with. It'll probably replace my Playbook, even though the Playbook has a better web browser, just because there's applications on here and things that I need and I want. And that's about it. I'll take a further look in the future. Thanks for watching, everybody.